All right, hello and welcome to another episode of Two Americans Watching Footy. Today, it's Boxing Day. It's the day after Christmas. Today, Chris and I are going to be watching Liverpool take on Newcastle. And did they say it was at Anfield?
Yeah, it's in Anfield.
It is at Anfield. Okay. You said there was something odd about the Newcastle. Oh, by the way, we're about 3 minutes and 42 seconds in. We stayed up a little bit too late drinking last night, so. We were going to have some nachos ready, but
yeah, I think I
didn't
had a little
happen.
too much last night.
Yeah, had a little too much last night. Weren't ready.
Thankfully, I got, a coffee.
Yeah. And, of course, like true Americans here, we're starting our live stream here about 4 minutes into the game. I did want to point out, though, while the score is still 0-0, I think this could really prove to be a trap game, especially with, Newcastle being... They are managed by their former manager, right?
Yes, Rafa Benitez.
They are managed by Rafa Benitez,
who won a Champions League.
And is Ings on loan, or was he actually full on transferred?
No, he's Southampton.
Oh, all right.
The only player that we would care about as Americans is that guy who we just showed on the
Yedlin.
television, DeAndre Yedlin, who is a starting cornerback for the American soccer team.
USMNT.
Yes.
So I see this could potentially be a trap game. Because they're in Anfield, I just can't imagine a loss, right?
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
But I could easily see like a disappointing 1-1 draw.
With the lineups, I don't think that's going to happen.
I didn't get a chance to see the lineups this morning.
I just saw them as you were fixing the stuff for the recording. And Newcastle is doing a 3-5-2 where they have 2 holding midfielders and 3 attacking. So they're trying to go up the middle. So they're going to leave their
You said they had 3 attacking midfielders and 2 holding?
Yes.
So basically like United's borderline 5-3-2?
Well, other way around.
Yeah.
Where it's really more of a 3-5-2, but they're going to keep all of their 3 defenders back, which to me means they're trying to play against the counter.
Which is honestly Liverpool's strength. So
right. But I don't see that as really doing much anything on the offensive side because, again, they're going to try to attack up the middle, and that means that Virgil's just going to clean it up.
Well, Liverpool loves to play their wingers really high.
Right. Right, but Newcastle doesn't have a forward with the speed of, like, Aubameyang, for instance, in order to take advantage of that, the high cornerbacks. So
Shaqiri's in. So are they doing the 4-2-3-1 or are they doing
straight
a straight
4-3-3?
Okay.
Midfielders are Gini, Henderson, and Shaqiri. So they are trying to attack this game.
Okay. Good to have Trent back.
Yeah, very good to have Trent back. I know he's been dinged up recently. Bringing him back against what are they? 11th in the league. Newcastle.
Middle of the table. Somewhere.
Middle of the table league.
Somewhere.
Game to bring him back in that is a good idea. So I could this game is one of those games could either go 4-0 or 1-1, and I don't, or anywhere in between. I don't really see this being a loss. I even doubt it's going to be a draw.
Yeah. Everything on paper says win. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 1-1 draw to end the year.
Now, right now, the big news is that Liverpool has 48 points and has a 4-point lead on Manchester City.
Yeah, but don't jinx it. Don't.
I know.
Don't say any what ifs.
No, I'm not saying about what ifs. It's saying this is their best start they've ever had to a league. This is the biggest lead that they've ever had at this time of year.
I mean, Newcastle is kind of eating up Liverpool's midfield on moving forward here.
Well, they've got 5 in the midfield.
That's true.
But I think what is impressive is Tottenham is only 2 points behind Manchester City, and they spent that was close. And they spent 0 in their transfer window in the summer. So congrats and props to Mauricio Pochettino for putting Tottenham in a position where they are a legit title contender. They're only 6 points back of the lead. They're 2 points back of second place.
Yeah, but
and
Spurs,
there's still half of the season left.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that Spurs have not performed well in the last 2 seasons against the likes of Liverpool and City.
True, they've both already beaten Tottenham.
Yeah, and I believe last season last season was Liverpool got slaughtered and then drew, right?
No, not slaughtered and drew. It was a drew and a bad refereeing decision on a loss. Because Harry Kane went down twice.
Why is so far back?
I don't know.
I mean, it is the standard 4-3-3. Oh, he's offsides.
Too much overhit.
But you see what I mean? Robertson is almost at the other touchline. Cleans it up.
Nice flick by Firmino.
Should be a goal.
Oh,
and it isn't.
Might have taken a little deflection.
Is Shaq asking for a corner here?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
It took a deflection before it got to Shaqiri though, and it was just an awkward ball.
So that's what I would look like if I were to play pro soccer, huh?
No, not as broad around the shoulders, but about the same height.
Yeah, he's the same height as me. I mean, he's also got these beefcake legs that are the size of like tree trunks.
Yeah, and shoulders that are bigger than your face.
And a face that's bigger than my ass.
Well, maybe uglier.
Yeah.
But see what I'm saying?
Why is Firmino so bloody far back?
Mane.
Left foot. Come on, Shaq. Well, we got a corner out of it.
Oh, Liverpool has been terrible on the corners, at least attacking this season. I don't know what's going on with that because they used to be really good at it. Then again, they had Steve Gerrard, so
that should be a goal.
That's a goal.
Well done,
nice.
Bobby. Or Lovren, Dejan Lovren.
Lovren in the right position to get the bounce.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Yeah, man. It would be nice if this was one of those like 5-0 games.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you always ask for, especially with this Liverpool team.
Yeah. Yeah, like I really want some point differential here.
And we gotta be mildly Leicester fans this week. Didn't Leicester upset Chelsea? Was it Chelsea last week?
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah. Oh, bad header out.
Yeah, bad clearance.
And look at how many red shirts there are compared to stripes.
Yeah. It just had
it's a good half volley.
Power.
It's a good half volley with some power.
Yeah.
Put it in the corner.
Just put it on net. The keeper is out of position.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I love to see, though, for the rest of this game? Like, Alisson play a relatively conventional game.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want to see him
come out and be aggressive, but, like, come out and be aggressive, but, dude, like, here, just clear the ball.
Like that.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to give them a throw-in barely on our side of the pitch.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I'd rather see them just get the throw in, kick the ball out of bounds, than risk a goal. Let's be honest. He's done it. He did it before against, I believe it was Leicester. And it's just, that was so disappointing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got lucky last week.
Yeah, he did.
Or he was trying to be a bit fancy with the ball and, you know.
He's a keeper. Don't be fancy.
Yeah. So he's got the ball passed back to him. One touch, clear.
Yep.
And you know what? He's doing it so deliberately at this point that I bet you Klopp had a conversation with him after the last
probably.
game. That, like, one touch and clear.
I love the live table top 6.
I know. This is ridiculous. We're 10 minutes into the game, and they're going to give it. They're acting like the game is decided.
Yeah, really.
Which is kind of the most British thing in sports to do.
It's also a British thing in war to do when you're expecting to win.
We shall fight on the beaches. So, did you manage to catch any NBA action last night?
No, I didn't.
No?
My Nets team wasn't playing, so I didn't really care.
I had some really weird dreams last night.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
I think it was because of the
Star
alcohol.
Trek wound up in my dreams, and not even like the characters from TNG. It was like a plot line from TNG, but none of the characters.
Dork.
Like, all my friends from college were somehow in Starfleet.
Which is funny
Because
considering
they're all fuck ups.
Yeah, I know. What does it say? Imagining Yarger and Campbell
Yeah.
in a military position.
Left foot one time. Come on, Mo. Take some more shots this year.
Be a little selfish. It's okay.
I mean, I know. Like, you're Mo Salah. We
Yeah.
don't mind if you're ripping lefties way offsides.
It was way over anyway.
Yeah, but overhit. By Robbo.
Yeah. Who, again, Robbo needs to be taking some shots here, too, because when he gets up, when he gets in the corner of the box.
Oh, turn right
People-
and get it to...
I know. Henderson is just straight back pass.
Yeah, he's a fullback at this point.
Might as well be. But Robbo needs to take some shots because everyone is playing for him to set people up, and he's losing possession on it in the corner of the box. And that's just...
Shaqiri.
Yeah. It's kind of upsetting when you see that and you're like, shoot, 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 shoot. And then nothing comes of it. I just saw a blip in the upper corner there that Everton's up 2-0 already on Burnley. What happened with Burnley this year?
They were in the first division like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but they played in Europa this past year. They were 7th place in the league last season.
No, they were 6th place.
6th place in the league
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah, we had this conversation in actually one of our last episodes in the last season.
Like, what the hell happened with Burnley?
Dive. Obvious dive.
That's a borderline yellow to the Newcastle player there.
Yeah. Good. You know what was funny? After you left last week, Mark Clattenburg, who was now a former referee.
Oh, which makes no sense because I saw him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
As a 4th official.
Yeah, right? Like, they listed him as an NBC Sports as a former referee. By the way, in a facility at Chelsea Piers in Connecticut, which is an hour from where we live, so it's really cool. I've actually played Ultimate on the exact pitch that they were the practice pitch that they were working on with this session. But Kyle and one of the Robbies,
I think it was Robbie Mustow.
yeah, Robbie Mustow and Kyle, I forget his last name,
Martino.
from NBC Sports Network. They're working with Mark Clattenburg on diving.
Yeah, and
And
what
what-
constitutes as a dive? And
What constitutes a foul? What constitutes a no call? And what constitutes a card for the foul for the dive?
Right.
Yeah, and it was just so funny seeing Mark Clattenburg,
'Cause he's-
overseeing that
He
conversation.
just wasn't that great of a 1-0 Manchester City already.
Yep.
He just
Because
wasn't.
like I didn't really dislike him that much, but like
I didn't really dislike him. I just thought
He
he
is-
wasn't that great at his job.
easily the least rated. I won't say under or overrated, but the lowest rated referee in popular parlance in the entire sport. Like, he's one of the few referees we can name, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a corner.
It is definitely a corner. Went off your right foot.
And I love how every time a player, it doesn't matter what team it is, gets a call that doesn't go their way, even if it's something meaningless, they scream and hoot and holler and make it act like it's like the biggest deal ever.
Trent's taking this corner? I thought you said James Milner was on today.
No, he's not.
Oh, all right.
Genie's on.
Genie's on. Okay. Milner on the bench, I'm assuming.
I didn't see the bench.
They're already cheering for Salah. Uh-oh. Yeah, this could be bad news. We don't have any guys back.
Oh,
Oh,
that was quality defending by Henderson.
I thought it was. And
The one criticism I actually have of
oh,
Henderson,
that's a genuine dive. That's a cardable dive. That's a genuine dive. Did you see that? Like, they were 8 feet apart, and then he goes to ground.
Yeah. Personally, I probably don't call anything because I did see
There was no.
I
There
saw
was
players hitting
legitimately
each
no
other.
contact.
I saw players hitting each other, and I felt like he just tripped over his own feet, and then I would have just called nothing. Because if you trip over your own feet and fall down, it's not a dive.
Man, Liverpool
Plays a really high line on those set pieces.
Dude, they've been straight up bad at protecting set pieces since I would go so far as to say at least 2012. Straight up bad at protecting set pieces.
Yeah. I can't remember last time they had a defense that knew how to make a line.
Firmino's got a breakaway to Mane. Come on, get a foot on it.
Oh, keeper got in the way.
All he had to do was get a foot on it. And that was a sure goal.
I think he hit it too hard off of his chest. I mean, I like the fact that they're pressing so much.
Is that
yeah,
Hendo
I know,
pressing?
right? Henderson actually passed it forward.
Going to Genie.
Yeah. Really? Wow. Well, against Norwich.
Against Norwich, yeah.
Yeah. Who probably also got relegated.
Was it Norwich or Nottingham Forest that Luis Suarez loved to just dump goals on?
Norwich. Triple teamed.
Oh. Trying to play the header to 5'8" Mo Salah.
Yeah, right? I see that as a legitimate weakness for Liverpool. Is their forwards are short.
Their front three are really short, and if you want to add Shaqiri as
even
part
shorter.
Yeah. Because Shaqiri really is part of that forward,
Unit.
Yes, we'll call it that. And long term, you and I both agree that long term you would like to see the 4-2-3-1.
I would.
And Genie would be
because I want Salah to be high.
Yeah, and what's his face? Our fullbacks overhit the fuck out of this ball on crosses.
So hard.
I mean, so in that situation, was it Trent? Yeah, Trent was on the near corner of the 18, right? And sails it so far over everyone's head that it's mid-flight as it crosses out of bounds on the other sideline.
Yeah.
Right, lands off the...
Out of bounds.
Yeah, lands out of bounds.
Oh.
Goes for that. Shaqiri went for a really aggressive half volley.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He got under it. Well, I mean, he's going to lift his legs pretty high to get on top of it.
Jesus. You get a chance to get something to eat this morning?
No, this is my breakfast.
Coffee. It doesn't look like straight coffee. What's
Touch of creamer.
your fake creamer?
My dairy-free creamer.
Fake.
Yes.
Creamer. Yeah. I kind of like that. That like you play everybody in the first half of the season.
I like that it's a home and away for every.
Yeah, it's basically just
league.
first leg ends January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Second leg
this
begins.
This is the second leg.
Is this second leg? No.
No, this is the last.
Last game
this
of
is
the first leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in American sports, it's not like that.
No,
in American sports, you just play who you play, and it's however it manages to manifest throughout the course of the year.
Yeah, like in baseball, there's 162 games, and everything's done based on division.
Right.
And you play your divisional opponents and then your league opponents more often than the other league.
The
or
interleague
divisions.
opponents, yeah. So, like in baseball, for example, you have division, and then you have league, and then you have, all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Right, and because of that, you don't play half the teams in the American League. And do you actually wind up playing all of your opponents in league?
Yes, because all of the National League plays each other. All the American League plays each other.
Yeah, but there may be a situation where, for example, the Braves in Atlanta might play the Arizona Diamondbacks all of one time.
One series.
Well,
so
one
3
3-game
games.
series. And they play the 3 games contiguously.
Yeah, 3 games in a
Yeah.
row.
But I mean, the other thing too is that with footy here, you only play 1 match a week, right? In league.
Normally.
Yeah. So I guess it would be probably
Right now they're
easier.
playing 40 matches in 14 days.
It would be easier to relate it to the NFL.
Probably.
Yeah, and that. So in the NFL, there are 16 games in a season, yet there are 32 teams. So almost half of the teams you don't wind up playing at all. And the teams you do play twice, it's not like you play, 3 games against the 3 teams you play twice in the first half and then 3 games in the second half.
No, like for instance,
The Giants played the Redskins twice in the first half.
yeah, but I was gonna say the Falcons are playing the Bucks twice in 3 weeks, which is just weird to me to see that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen back to back though.
I haven't seen back-to-back in division either.
The only time I've ever seen back to back is last game of the season.
Last game of the season,
in
the
wild
first game
card.
of the playoffs. Yeah. So, that's another thing to point out, too. In American sports,
We have
every
playoffs.
sport has playoffs of some sort, and that's how we determine a champion. Every sport.
Which I'm not a terribly huge fan of. I would love to see the NBA get, either go away from that or just decrease the regular season, because I feel like these regular season games aren't really worth as much. And they rest players and they rest everyone, and it's like it creates for a lesser quality sport.
Do you remember that strike shortened season
Yes, that was entertaining.
where they had 62 games in 80 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they played a lot more games per day, but by the end of the season they had only played 62 games instead of 82, and that was just perfect, I think.
Yeah.
And then I totally
62
agree with just ditch the entire first round of the playoffs.
for NBA.
For
Yeah.
the NBA. Yeah.
It's like there's 15 teams in each conference, and you're sending 8 to the playoffs. That means if you're a terrible team, you're still making it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was that one season like 2 or 3 seasons ago where the East sent as an 8th seed a team that was like 10 games under 500.
Yeah. And I don't like that.
Yeah, and I mean...
That's like if you're going to the Champions League as a 7th place team in your league. It's just stupid.
Yeah. A team with like 40 points at the end of the season,
Right.
making the Champions League.
Because Champions League and Europa League really are the playoffs that you would see in the American sports.
Yeah, and it's the second wild card in Major League Baseball is stupid.
It ruins the wild card teams because they go all out on one game, and then the next series they're screwed because they don't have the guys ready for.
Yeah, you lose your ace.
Yeah,
You lose your ace pitcher, and then the team that's the better team, the number 1 seed, is the team you're going to play, and they're going to start their ace pitcher against your number 2 pitcher, and that's how it's going to line up the entire rest of the series.
right. And it's like
It taints the playoffs.
Shaqiri on a counterattack with Mo Salah and Firmino.
Like the whole
and
point.
Salah overhit Firmino.
The whole point of having that wild card spot is that there are 3 divisional winners, and that creates kind of a weird playoff situation where you have 3 teams. Well, let's just throw in another team to make it 4.
Right, because say for instance, you get like the New York Yankees of last season
Who won
had
100 games. They won 100 games and didn't win their division. And it's
Right.
like,
You got to.
all right, well,
They deserve to be in.
yeah, they deserve to be in, especially because I believe, wasn't it the team Cleveland only had like 91 wins.
Right. Right. It was just the Red Sox were so freaking good. They had like 110.
Well, I mean, it happened in 1999 with the Mets.
Yeah, and they had like
Yeah,
96 wins or something like that.
Yeah. The Mets had like they had the second best record in baseball, but didn't win their division because their division happened to be the same one as the Braves that year, who had the best record in baseball.
Yeah, who had I think just about 100 wins.
Yeah, I think it was like 100 to 96. I think you're right. But yeah, I mean, and at that, like, this is why I'm not the hugest fan of expanding the college football playoff to 8 teams.
Which is the point of the playoff is to say, oh well, there's a 3rd or 4th place team who is so good that they deserve to be in the championship game.
Well, it's not even that.
That's the point of
it's
having
not even that.
the extra
So
game.
why did we have a championship game in the first place? Well, it was because
who's the best in the.
It was because it used to be that the college football champion, the person who was crowned the best team in college football was crowned so by virtue of, a vote.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You had the coaches poll at the end of the season, and people were like, "Well, that team isn't the best team in the country. This team is. The team right behind them." All right. Well, you know what? Since those two teams are so close, let's have a game. Let's have them play each other.
Right.
Right. And so the question is, are there really 5 teams? Is the 5th place team really the team that you think is the best team in football right now? No. The best team in college football is Alabama, and there's no doubt about it. So in
the
reality,
second best team is Clemson.
Yeah. So in theory, you don't really even need a championship game. Everyone agrees that Alabama's the best team in football.
This year. There are other years where that's not the case.
So I would agree with you to expand to 8 teams if your argument is that that it is plausible that there is a 5th team in that conversation of this team is the best team in the country. Right? If at the end of the regular season, there's no consensus between 5 teams as to who the best team is.
Yeah, and that's happened exactly once.
Exactly once.
Ever.
Yeah, 7 teams went undefeated to in 2010-ish.
Somewhere around there.
7 teams were undefeated going into the bowl season.
And there was 1 or 2 of them that played garbage teams and were just not in conversation because their schedule is just awful. Granted, there's 300 and something teams and 11 weeks. So, yeah, you're going to have a very different schedule from team to team.
Yeah, so in that year, you could certainly argue that there were 5 teams at least who you would say...
I would say it was 5.
Right, like the 5th place team, there was a good argument to say they're the best team in the country. Not that they have a good chance of winning in a playoff. That's not why you have a playoff.
No.
Right? Like, everyone has a chance of winning in a playoff.
Yeah. You put UCF in there and they have a chance of winning. They're not going to. They're going to get rocked by any one of them.
Yeah, but, the stars could align. And
here we go.
The world's best luck could come into play. This has got to be a goal, guys.
Oh, my God. Mane slipped.
Yeah.
That was a good cross from Trent, though. That was legitimately very good. Right along the 6-yard box. And it was low, and Mane just shifted his weight and fell over. See? He did. And his left foot just, you see what I'm saying? He just
like
came out from
anything on that ball, and it's a goal.
Yeah.
Underhits Salah or Firmino.
Well, as a crosser, you'd rather under than over hit.
Who's the best crosser today? Shaqiri? Hendo?
I would probably say
because
either Robbo
Trent and
or
Robbo
Shaqiri.
are really not that good at crossing.
Robbo's pretty good at crossing.
Dude, Robbo overhits it so bloody often. Like,
but he
overhits
also
the ever-loving crap out of it.
He also perfectly hits it very often. He just takes a lot of crosses.
Leicester just tied up City.
Cool. United's up on Huddersfield. Tottenham's up on Bournemouth, 2-0. The early game between Wolves and
Who
Fulham
cares
was 1-1,
is drawn
whatever.
at who cares.
Everton's up 3-0 on Burnley,
Jesus.
which is Jesus. And this is not the best Everton team I've ever seen.
And Cardiff and Palace can't score.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Surprise of the season. Jesus Christ.
He fell over. Must be a wet pitch or something. Because I've seen a lot of people just slip.
Maybe everybody's just hungover from Christmas.
Yeah, right? I mean, I know I am a little bit.
I mean, the difference is that they've had 5 extra hours to recover. And in their case, probably sweat it the hell out.
Yeah, right?
I mean, we sure as hell know Klopp drank his face off last night.
Oh, probably.
I
He
mean,
probably
he's
had a
German.
lot of beer. Or some schnapps.
And schnitzel. I mean, let's be honest. His Christmas probably looked a lot like our Christmas.
Probably.
Because, like,
Mostly German.
we're mostly German, and I forgot my beer at their house. I knew I was forgetting a present. My mom got me an 8-pack of all kinds of international beers.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was for you or Dan.
I totally forgot about it.
I showed up late because I'm married and we both have divorced parents, which means we have to. And her father remarried, so we have 5 families to visit on holidays.
Yeah. Welcome to the land of divorce.
Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know
We
any.
straight up skipped 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't know the divorce statistics in Europe or in the
It's
UK.
really, it's 50-50 in the States.
Yeah. But like half of all marriages in the US end up in divorce. And ours did. Our cousins did. Our other cousins did. Our other cousins did.
John and John's first ones.
John's been divorced.
Terry's
been divorced.
Casey.
Yep.
Beth has been divorced.
Chris has been divorced.
Yeah.
Our entire family. There isn't like one actual continuous happy marriage.
Well, I mean, other than the grandparents.
Yeah, but that's an entirely different generation, and they're both dead.
Well, I mean, Grandpa Sinella was a widower for a while. And then got remarried.
Yeah, but again, that generation does not get divorced.
No.
Which is telling because think about it, man. Like if 50% of all marriages end in divorce in the U.S. and there's an entire generation that does not get divorced, what does that say about all the other generations?
Not good.
Big Tow.
I don't want to know what the statistics are for our generation.
Oh, I know. It's got to be horrible. We're a bunch of millennials.
Yeah, let's say it.
Yeah. We are millennials, whether we like it or not. Even though I probably do not fit the mold at all.
I don't know if we fit the mold, but we are age-wise exactly definition.
Yeah, I was reading a card last night that said number and then underline, and I was like, number? What the hell? Pound? Oh, hashtag.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I don't like that. Shoulder to shoulder, he falls over. I don't like that.
It wasn't even shoulder to shoulder. He just jumped in front of him. Well, all right. I guess that's a foul.
Yeah, because the right arm came out a little bit.
All right.
They're calling this stuff tight, and I feel like the Newcastle players are falling over. I do like though that Liverpool doesn't really fall over.
Yeah, I mean, Salah doesn't go to ground.
There's been a couple times where he's gone down pretty easily, but there hasn't been recently, and I think either Klopp yelled at him or he learned it's just not worth it.
No, you can't score from your face. You know?
You can't score on the ground. That looked like holding his ground.
Yeah.
I know that's in favor of Liverpool, but yeah. That looked like holding his ground.
Yeah, especially with Genie getting the ball anyways.
Yeah, right?
Is that Hebrew in the background?
Looks like it.
In that advertisement? Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's some Liverpool fans in Israel or something.
Liverpool has a big following outside of Britain.
Well, I know they have a huge following in Indonesia.
And a huge following in Africa.
And actually a decent following in India. And no following in the U.S. Allah forbid.
Mike Furman.
Yeah, Mike Furman. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, folks, we actually found a friend of ours who's...
well, yours.
Well, it's kind of... He's a mutual friend. You know him.
I know him, but I haven't talked to him in 15 years.
Yeah. Well...
I wouldn't call that a friend.
That's got to be a goal kick.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually found somebody else in the U.S. that we actually know that happens to be a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the Americans I know are United fans.
Because they get crammed down our throats.
And at least they were.
Most Americans, at least, are stupid.
And they watch.
Yeah. Cram it down my throat and I will swallow it. Please, keep cramming crap down my throat. It tastes delicious.
So I can poop food out my butt?
Poop food out your butt. Bad touch.
That was... Yeah, he should have put it out to Henderson.
Yeah, I think you're right. He should have gone left out to Hendo. And then I think Hendo in that spot is probably teeing it up. Like, the appropriate decision is to tee it up.
But is he?
Or is he going to turn around and pass it backward? From the far corner of the opponent's 18.
Yeah, right? On a breakaway.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to make just a little PSA to the English Premier League. Dear EPL, stop going single ball. It's okay to have ball boys with spare balls.
Yeah, it is.
Watching the fans play fucking volleyball with the soccer ball is not soccer.
Or
football. It's not football. It's volleyball. And the thing we're paying to see is not that.
Right. I will say, though, of all sports, this is the way they have these games set up is perfect because it's a 90-minute game compressed into less than 2 hours. They have one break.
Yeah. One good, okay, time to go take a poop.
Yeah.
Make a sandwich, run downstairs, and probably miss kickoff.
Yeah.
Like we always do here.
Meanwhile, you get American football, which has supposedly an hour-long game.
Yeah.
Supposedly. That gets stretched into 3.5 hours because of timeouts and commercial breaks and replays.
Oh yeah, and we have this thing. We have
breaks.
this thing in the United States that you and I despise called the TV timeout.
Oh, it's the worst in basketball.
That's where neither team actually takes a timeout. There just happens to be a stoppage in play, so they stop the game.
The referees call a timeout.
Yeah,
so that they can get extra ads.
Yes, specifically and explicitly, and they say so. This is not something that like the TV companies are arguing against. They take these timeouts specifically so they can cram in more commercials.
Yeah, and again, basketball is the worst for it.
Yeah, welcome to TV in America.
Yeah,
which by the way is dying. Because people are just paying subscription services and not paying for bloody commercials.
Right. Oh,
Virgil had a nice chance to get a second goal in 2 games.
Or is that a corner?
That's is, a corner. Okay.
He didn't flub it. He just got deflected.
I think he got it intercepted. Watch the right foot. Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. He didn't get there in time.
He got beat to it. Although, honestly, do you really expect Virgil to bury another one?
To score from there? No.
Let's just say weak foot too.
Well, weaker. His left foot is still better than...
Trent is coming to the complete opposite side to take this corner.
That was a decent corner, though. Like, I'll give him credit there.
Ooh, Mo.
Oh, almost got it. And Henderson gets the ball and resets.
Yeah. Thought we had a breakaway. No. I mean, the thing is, I don't really dislike Hendo because, like, as a strict holding midfielder,
he's really not bad.
4-2-3-1, he's quite good, actually.
And especially on set pieces where you've got the center backs up playing back. Like, if you got the counter, he's actually pretty good in the one-on-one scenario and defending.
Yeah.
He's just so predictable.
Yeah. There's no creativity, which is why, like I said, in a 4-2-3-1, you actually want him in that too.
Yeah, with Fabinho or
Milner,
because Milner can play any position.
Yeah, well, I mean, because when in doubt, Milner.
Yeah. You need a third goalkeeper.
Hendo rips one.
Oh wow! Henderson took a shot. That's a
yeah. I like the ballsy move in that
decision.
spot.
Good decision.
Yeah, I like it. Wow, Burnley and Everton's turning into a baseball game, 3-1.
Yeah.
Absolute goal fest.
And the last Everton match was a goal fest too, but in the other direction. Tottenham won 6-2.
Really?
Yeah. That was embarrassing for defenses on both sides. Neither one of the two teams could.
Yeah, well, Everton, I guess, doesn't like to play defense. You know, as somebody who's just watching the game and doesn't have a dog in that fight.
Go.
I'll take 6-2.
Yeah, but I'd rather see Everton win.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't have a dog in the fight at all,
no.
Wolverhampton versus Bournemouth.
Yeah, no, yeah, 6-2.
8-6. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's see all the goals we can.
Fine, totally okay with that.
I've seen American football score here 7-3.
Yeah. Or that god awful Bama LSU game.
6-3.
No, I think was
Or
it?
is that? Was
I
that?
think it was 9-6. I think it was 9-6 because they did finally eventually make one.
There was one NFL game this year where I saw at halftime it was 6-5.
Worst game I ever sat through was an Iron Bowl that ended 3-2. Yeah. And it wasn't that like we're an Americans and we need the score to be 1 million to 500,000. You know, it's just that like in that circumstance, it wasn't overpowering defenses overpowering good offenses. It was
just bad,
totally
bad
inept
teams.
offenses.
Yeah,
and
kicking
and kicking that like no one could.
Oh,
nice shot.
That was a beautiful shot.
Where no one could kick a field goal. Shaqiri ripped one from the.
I don't know, 10 yards outside the box.
Yeah, so let's say 35 yards out. Shaqiri over ball on a set piece.
And
clears the wall, bends
yeah.
it over the wall, right bend, left foot.
And Dubravka just got a hand on it and pushed it
Just
over.
got a hand on it and pushed it over. That was on goal.
Yeah, good shot.
Well done, Shaq. I don't mind that shot.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a good
Oh, and
defensive
Shaq's going to
play-
take the corner
Yeah.
then on this left foot up. Wow,
Ooh.
great corner.
That's another one. I'm going to go to Trent on the other side.
Was
I
that
thi-
DeAndre Edlin? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. No, it wasn't. I really don't know that many Newcastle players.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really been a regular Premier League team.
No.
You know, it's not like it's easy to follow a team like City or Chelsea or Spurs because when was the last time either of them were in the first division? It's been a long bloody time, right?
None of them have been relegated from the Premier League.
And ever?
Ever.
No, that's not true. Spurs was relegated in the early 90s, weren't they?
No.
Yeah.
The top 6 or 7 teams.
Liverpool, United, Chelsea, City were definitely relegated in the late 90s, I believe. There's only 5 teams, and Everton's one of them.
Yeah?
Yep.
So maybe it wasn't Tottenham.
Liverpool, Everton, United, Chelsea, Arsenal. The only teams that haven't been relegated. So Spurs were at some point.
Must have been. The City, I would have put money on because, I mean, they've only been good recently because of oil money. Let's be honest. Like when you spend $500 million on your players and for transfers, and that's just on transfers. That's not on salary.
Yeah, that's why I wish there was some way to control that. To some way to mitigate the fact that like Newcastle has no chance long term of breaking the top 6 regularly. Like
Yeah.
Leicester had that one magical season, and now where are they?
And that's a magical season.
Yeah.
That was a 5,000 to 1 chance.
Yeah. Like you only beat 5,000 to 1 odds 1 in 5,000 times.
Right. And it'll never happen again in anyone's lifetime.
No, Leicester will not be champions of the league for decades to come.
Yeah. I mean, these teams have to have massive collapses for somebody else to come up.
All right, halftime whistle blown. Liverpool up 1-0.
On the Dan Lovren.
I love Rebecca Lowe. She seems like, I don't know. Maybe it's just her voice. That her voice is clear and smooth.
She's loquacious.
What? She's loquacious? Speaking of loquacious, that ass is loquacious. Who is that?
Some chick in a commercial.
Yeah. This kind of too tall brunette from the Toyota commercials here in the U.S. with this really tight red sweater.
Says the guy who's single and not married.
Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't marry her, but I would like to motorboat her ass.
You mean you wouldn't marry the chick who's in a whole ton of commercials and probably makes a lot of money?
But dude, those chicks that are in commercials don't make money, dude. They're commercials.
She's been in them for like 3 years.
Yeah, but she's not like, I mean, dude, you remember the guy that's like, can you hear me now?
Yeah?
You know why he switched over to Sprint, right?
Because he was broke.
Because he was fucking broke.
That's fair.
And like everybody knew who that guy was. Like, I don't know his name. He was the can you hear me now guy, but in like every commercial.
Why would you ever need group FaceTime on a phone? If you're gonna do that, use GoToMeeting and use it on a computer for work.
That's how they drew up Neymar for that game? Okay.
Yeah, standing.
Stand. Not swimming.
Yeah. Not on the ground rolling.
Swimming in that pool that he just dove into.
Yeah.
All right.
See, this is where, like, American sports, we have this every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, well,
and then there was I forget what show it was, but there was a bunch of people who interviewed the Muse, the British band.
the Muse.
Yes.
Muse, like as in the gods, the Muse.
Right. The band.
Okay, I don't know the band,
Oh,
Christopher.
Okay. And they're a big fan of NFL football, and they were asked what would make the game better, and they said less breaks.
And they're 100% right.
Like, have better flow to the games.
Right.
There's a statistic that I saw that in an American football game, you have an average of 12 to 15 minutes of actual play time.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case at all. That is really odd. Like, why would they not put good games on, Boxing Day?
Yeah,
like the NBA, I'll give the NBA credit. They're whoever is in charge of making decisions at the NBA has only been good so far. I mean, their marketing campaign is beautiful.
Well, outside of the game itself.
Yeah, the game itself has become kind of
a joke.
A joke, but on Christmas Day, they have a tradition on the NBA since there's no competition and it's a day that everyone has off, which is just a perfect idea. All right, we're going to make a whole bunch of teams play on Christmas Day, but it's only going to be good games.
Right, like back in the day, they used to do Lakers Celtics on Christmas Day every year.
But I mean, when you say back in the day, I mean you're talking about like 5 years ago.
Well, no, because 5 years ago the Lakers were trash.
Well, you're not referring to the 80s because this didn't happen. Like the Christmas Day game tradition is only like 7 8 years old.
No, it's not. They've had Christmas Day games, but they haven't pushed it like they have until recently. And that was only with the Lakers Kobe Bryant team.
Yeah, when they were playing the Celtics.
When they were playing the Celtics with Ray Allen and Paul Pierce.
And Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. And that's the era I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And now they're playing Lakers versus Warriors, which is probably TV-wise the best ratings, even though I don't know if necessarily be the best game.
Yeah.
I saw the Lakers upset the Warriors, which is surprising, especially without LeBron.
Yeah. But like one of the other games last night was Celtics.
Raptors.
Celtics Sixers.
Or Celtics Sixers?
Celtics Sixers, which is
yeah,
like a whole bunch of up-and-coming stars on two teams that will certainly be in the playoffs and maybe in the NBA Finals. All right, like, so why on earth wouldn't you have on Boxing Day, like Liverpool Arsenal, or like Chelsea Spurs? Well, that's the derby, so you want that on Derby Day. Well, that's not really even the North London Derby.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so you could do Spurs Chelsea, you could do City Chelsea. Like, going into any season in the last 3 years, those are going to be good games.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no reason you can't schedule. Like relegation teams should not be playing Spurs.
Or Everton. Like, Burnley is a relegation team right now.
Yeah, but also Everton was middle of the table last year and it hasn't been good in a long time.
Yeah, and why do you want to watch Palace Cardiff?
Yeah, well, I guess
there any goals?
Well, everybody's playing everybody today. So
yeah.
I guess if you're going to have relegation teams play, have relegation teams play each other. Oh,
yeah.
For God's sakes, the live table.
Don't give me that crap.
Like we really.
Okay, come on. Right now, do you really think that Man City is going to draw to Leicester?
No.
No.
Mourinho. I just said Mourinho.
Which, by the way, big news.
Big news. They sacked Mourinho.
Which.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, but
hilarious.
As a Liverpool fan, I'm kind of upset because I wanted to see the circus happen all season.
Yeah. The whole Pogba Mourinho circus was just so good for Liverpool.
I don't know what it is in pounds, but a $100 million player on the friggin' bench all season.
And the worst part is Pogba was on the Pogba. Sorry, we gotta make this understandable for those in the UK. Pogba spent the entire game on the bench in a game when Mourinho put in all 3 substitutions against your arch nemesis in a game where you're losing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only goal that you get is off of a keeping mistake.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was good offense. It was just bad defense.
Yeah. So Jose. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun in where do you think he would go? Because somebody's going to pick him up. Somebody's going to. He's won Champions League with 3 bloody different teams.
I don't know because I don't think he's going to be in the EPL.
I don't think so either. Like he has burned that bridge
so hard.
He has burned that bridge in the EPL. No team in the Premiership is going to take him. But I could easily see a team in Serie A or La Liga take him. Serie A or La Liga, they love him. They still love him. I don't know who it would be because
maybe somebody that's bad this year but has played in Europe like Valencia.
Could you see him going to Portugal? I mean, he is Portuguese.
Well, absolutely, but where else would he play other than Porto?
Oh, I was going to say Porto.
Yeah, but they've got the coach that they want. I know that they won the Champions League with Porto and Jose.
It would be a shame if he went to a place like Bayern. That's like so well-rounded, so well-coached, so well-managed.
He might go back there because Bayern, I don't think, is going to win the league this year.
No, I don't think they are. I mean,
Dortmund looks so good. They're my dark horse to win.
You're looking for a team that's going to be good so they can afford him, and also is going to sack their manager.
Bayern, if they win 0 trophies this year,
that's true because they're not top. They're not even top of the Bundesliga, right?
No,
Isn't Dortmund?
Yeah, Dortmund is by a little bit of a distance.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Schalke's second, right?
Year. I forget who's second, but Bayern's third.
Pretty sure it's Dortmund, Schalke, Bayern.
I haven't looked it up in a while. Yeah, Bayern.
With the U?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's obligatory terrible pun from Christopher Sinello.
Of course. And there's no such thing as a terrible pun.
There is such thing as a terrible pun. Like as much as I loved your poot in the ground, it's still a terrible pun.
But you still laughed.
For like 8 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's good. That's why it's...
I could be poot in the ground.
Oh, man, this is just...
Yeah? So what did you get done this morning?
I woke up and I took a shower. Got dressed.
I
took my time because my head's hurting a little bit.
I actually went and lost some weight.
Oh, you went to the bathroom and lost some weight?
I went to the toilet and lost some weight, yeah. I made some phone calls. I went to UPS to drop off a package that needs to be returned to Amazon.
I tried to call to make an appointment to get my wife her remote car starter, but they didn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Probably because they weren't open yet.
Yeah, are we pulling out our phones here in the middle of the live broadcast?
I mean, it's...
I forgot to turn mine off.
Break.
I forgot to turn mine off, so I'm just going to turn mine off. And it will probably make a whole bunch of noise. Dan Lauren. You smell like brownies. Did you bring brownies with you?
No, but I did have a little bit of peppermint creamer in my coffee.
Ah, maybe that's what's doing it.
And I had a lot of brownies last night.
Yeah, me too.
The little mint ones?
Oh, yeah, they were delicious.
Yeah.
I could eat one.
That's how I felt about Caitlin's.
Oh yeah.
Fully loaded
Oh,
brownies.
those disgusting.
Oh,
We should have brought those over so everyone could see how we fat Americans eat during Christmas.
It was like, I don't know, 3,000 calories per bite,
Oh my god.
somewhere around there,
Yeah.
of deliciousness.
Brownies with marshmallows and graham crackers.
Mm.
I had like 5.
She's got another tray at home.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the celebratory. Got the job. Going to use
No,
performance
that was-
enhancing substance so I can.
No,
consume.
that was her testing out her recipe first.
Oh.
So she did a little underdid it the first time in that one, so you can taste a little bit of the batter in it.
Yeah.
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 I mean that's
I'm not complaining.
yeah, right. I mean that's the right way to do it from my standpoint.
Yeah, right.
Undercook the brownies just a little tiny
Just
bit.
like the cookies in high school.
Oh yeah. Oh
Where
god.
you can lift it
Oh
up
god.
and you can
You-
just see it drooping.
Oh god, you folks are gonna love this. When we were in high school, we were absolutely spoiled rotten as far as the food that we got.
This is before the health kick that people came in with the food stuff. And
Okay,
started
well,
regulating.
this is gonna be the most American break we've had yet. But so when I was a freshman in high school, so when I was 14, we got a brand new high school in our town, and
overpaid for it, but that's another.
yeah, I spent a bloody fortune on it. But because we got the brand new facility, the kitchen facilities had to come up to code and had to meet certain state regulations or whatever. As a result, we were in this weird position where because we had the timing of the completion of the high school coincided with like a week and a half after the kids moved in. Because of that, we actually applied for like an extension to adhere to the governor's menu. So what happened was there was this governor's menu, and you could choose between 5 or 6 menus before the school year started, and that's what you had to cook and provide to the students. Well, we weren't actually required to adhere to the menu because we were given like a 3-year grace period or something like that.
Yeah.
So we got the ingredients, and the cooks were really cool. The cooks at the high school were like, well, these kids aren't going to eat this. So we're going to take these ingredients, since we don't actually have to adhere to it, and make whatever we feel like cooking. So we were spoiled rotten. And one of the desserts they used to make a lot, because they got a ton of sugar, brown sugar, and flour, was cookies. Regular chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, or M&M cookies.
And they were so deliciously, disgustingly full of butter that the butter wouldn't always properly mix during cooking, and you could see it like floating on top of the cookie. Like you'd bite into the cookie and it would like ooze down your down your
so
chin.
delicious.
Right. Oh, it was so delicious. Like there were kids there in our high school that would spend their entire lunch money on these cookies.
And just cookies.
Yeah, that was lunch.
I mean, there were times I would. I'll be
So
honest.
so we had like the hot lunch, we had the salad bar, we had the deli, we had the pizza line, we had
And by the
pasta.
way, the first 2 years that we had pizza, it wasn't like
Shitty high school pizza. No,
Right.
it was
It was
delivered
delivered
from the
from
pizza
across the
joint
street.
across the street.
Yeah.
And we live 2 hours north of we live 2 hours outside of New York City, so you can imagine it's damn good pizza.
yeah, and we're an hour and a half from New Haven, which also has damn good pizza.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we are in some manners a suburb of New York City.
yeah,
In some respects,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's a bit of a stretch, but
so yeah, we were, and which also means we had the Northeast delis as our deli. Oh yeah, so we were spoiled totally rotten in high school. Then we went to college and we're stuck with Sodexo,
Yeah.
which is just the worst food on earth. But everyone else is like, oh, this is better than what I got in high school. I'm like, this is terrible food. So after lunch was served, there's a window that would open up, and that was supposed to be the dessert window, but it wound up being just the cookie window.
Yep.
And there'd be a line that would perform for this window. And it wasn't just the dessert line, it was the cookie line. And we had 5 lunches, so 1,600, 1,700 kids in the school can't all go to lunch at once. So you divide it into like 5 sections of lunch.
Right, with 300 kids in a lunch.
And by the 4th lunch, you were out of cookies. You had no chance of getting cookies.
Nope.
So it was always so disappointing when you found out in that first day of school that you
Yep.
had 4th lunch because there was no way you'd get cookies. Spot, penalty on for Salah. One minute into
he kind of
he
fell
went down
a little
pretty easy. It was
but
a
there
light
push.
foul. It was a really light tackle, and he went down pretty easy. But like, it's hard to say no to this foul. I mean, it's a glance of the left heel.
No, it's the pull
It's
on the
the
left
pull
arm.
on the left arm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You and I don't call as tight a game, so
No,
I don't think either of this.
If I'm the coach, I yell at Salah for going down there.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I mean,
I don't care if he converts his penalty. I yell at him for going down.
if he does convert it, I wouldn't be against Klopp making a statement by substituting him.
Early. Not
Because
necessarily
you're up
now.
2-0. Goal for Salah.
I mean, that's a
We'll take
beautiful penalty take.
Yep.
He buried it in a corner. There was no hesitation. There wasn't 26 steps by Paul Pogba.
Yeah. Pogba. No, the way you should take a penalty is the way Steven Gerrard has always taken penalties.
You make a decision.
Make your decision before the second the whistle is blown. Make your decision.
And bury it.
You know, put the ball on the spot where you like it. Get yourself lined up. Look at the referee. Referee blows the whistle. Head down on the ball. Go to the spot.
Yeah.
No thinking about it. 3 steps.
Because if
One,
you hit it,
2, 3, shot.
Yeah. If you hit it hard enough, you're going to beat the keeper regardless of where you put it.
Yeah,
as long as it's in a corner.
I have no ability to go 100% on my penalties and actually make it. Like, so I usually go about 85 to 90%.
You're not a professional footballer.
Right, I usually go 85 to 90%, and then I can hit the top corner every time. You know? And if you hit the top corner every time, 999 times out of 1,000, it was not going to matter how good the keeper is or how well he reads you.
Yeah.
Pick one of the upper corners, bury it. Oh, well done. Oh, just a little overhit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I feel like that's such a weak penalty, and I would be upset if I was Klopp. I would be upset at
I would
Salah
be too
for the way he went down.
Yeah, I mean he went down way too easy. And he was on a break too. Like there's still a good chance that he gets to his left foot and gets a clean shot off.
Or at least gets the pass if he draws a double.
I could go for some cookies now.
Yeah, I know, me too. Caitlin had a bunch at her family.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Are they disgustingly buttery goodness?
Oh yeah, they're clearly homemade. They were like the M&M cookies that you pick it up and they droop.
You have to eat them with a spoon or a coffee mug. Drink your cookies. Yedlin moving forward.
Yeah.
Nope.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. Oh, all right. They're giving him a corner.
The ball was not out of bounds, but until the player landed on it. Number 14 there.
Ooh, unless they're saying that Mane got a touch on it.
Yeah, but
yeah, he did.
Yeah, but the dude landed on the ball before it went out of bounds.
You mean with his upper right thigh?
Yeah. Hayden. I don't know who that is.
Don't care. I mean, those are such ridiculously hard calls to make. Don't care. Shaqiri. Playing for a header.
Yeah, well, he was doing like what we were told to do when we played for headers. Like
box out and let somebody else get it.
Yeah. Make sure that the guy that you're marking doesn't get to the ball. Because I played cornerback and I was not tall.
Yeah, me neither. Of course, I stayed that way.
I'm totally average.
I'm slightly below average. I used to be 5'7" and a half.
And a half. Yes,
yeah.
That half is very important.
Well, when you're that short, the half matters. And to be frank, dude, if I was 5'11" as a dude, I would totally lie to girls and say 6'0" because there's this weird, like, thing with girls where, like,
you got to say the 6.
You got to say the 6. 5'11" and 7/8 is not.
Nope.
No, not cool. But the
Nope.
moment you get to 6.
No, I always lied and told girls I was 6'0". Even though I'm more like 5'10". Oh, Shaqiri biffed it.
And you know what? Like, it's not our fault for lying about that sort of thing, because guess what? You can see it. And if we're gonna lie to you and you can see it and you still believe us,
yeah,
girls have no understanding of like actual measurable distances in height.
Yeah, that and women also lie about their weight. So okay, yeah, you say you're 140, but you're really like 180.
Yeah. And you say you're curvy. What that really means is morbidly obese. You know? So, like, and like I said, the other thing is, like, it's something you can see instantly. And if you still can't detect it, like, I'm sure what you're talking about is girls you're talking to in person. Like, you're telling them to their face.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot. Yes.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot. And either they can see through your bullshit because they can tell what 6 feet is, or they can't.
And more often than not, they can't, or they don't care.
Or what they should say is that what we're subjectively looking for is tall. And how we define tall is subjective. Instead of just we're looking for 6'0", period.
Yeah. That would have been cool if that was on goal.
Yeah.
I remember scoring a goal like that once. That was entertaining. I way overhit a forward.
Oh, well
cross.
played into Mane.
Mane.
Left foot.
Oh,
He was trying to dish. He was dishing it to Firmino.
He was trying.
He should have just gone left foot goal.
And dunked it over the keeper.
I mean, he's just got to chip it around the keeper. It's not hard at that point. He's on.
Mm-hmm.
See, look right there, left foot.
I mean, he could have found Salah.
He should have just taken the left foot.
I know.
I mean, if he's
Right.
going to find Salah, he's going to find him right there. But since everybody like stayed off of him to guard Salah, just take the left foot. Goal.
Oh, wow.
Barely
that was
wide.
So close.
Great cross from Yedlin.
Woo. And it's Joselu or Joselu?
I don't know who this is, but Yedlin puts up a great cross.
Robertson got dispossessed by Yedlin. Who Yedlin earlier this year got a stupid red card.
Stupid as in like he's an idiot, or stupid as in like it was a bad call?
Stupid as in he's an idiot. No, it was he got dispossessed as the last man back and grabbed the shirt and dragged the guy to the ground.
Looks like Joselu. Newcastle an early lead? What? They're down
What?
2-0. And it's not early. I wonder what they're talking about.
I wasn't paying attention.
Steve Gerrard. We hit it from 40 yards.
Oh, way too hard from Firmino. That would have been better if it
Firmino,
went
that was
back
from Trent.
to Trent.
That was from Trent.
No, that was from Firmino. Trent was
Really?
running down the wing, yeah. This is, the replay they're showing here, that seems weak.
Yeah.
I mean, he
he'll
looks
take
right
it,
up
but
at the
like,
keeper.
I-
Get up to
yeah.
the ball, not to the keeper.
You know, in
Not the
fairness
keeper,
though,
not the referee.
how
He
many
looked
of these?
right at the
How
ref.
many of these did we get last year?
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't
Have
like
a little
it.
bit more integrity.
Yeah.
Although Salah taking all of the penalties and basically all of the goals at Egypt does help his penalty taking for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, if Milner's not going to be on the pitch, you want Salah to take the. Yeah. I love the quick touch on
From
that
Gini,
from
yeah.
Gini. Yeah.
I mean, he got up and won the ball and still had the ball, and he blew the whistle anyway. They should have just let it go. Oh, too
hard on that touch from
Yeah.
Trent. And I don't think it should have gone to him, to be honest. If it's going to go to him, it's got to be a major lead. It's got to be a lead, and then he runs it down rather than to his feet. Does this seem dark to you? Oh, okay.
It's just the stadium.
All right.
They got the lights on. It's probably cloudy out. I mean, it's England.
It's England, therefore it's cloudy out. Well, also, it's 4:10 there, and they're way higher in latitude than we are.
It might be
like nighttime out there for them. Let us know, folks, if you're out in the UK right now. It's 10 after 11, about 56 minutes in. Let us know what it's like outside. I mean, it's also December 26th, too. So, like...
Yeah. One of the shortest days of the year.
One of the shortest days of the year.
Who's that? I missed who they said.
I think they said Kaita.
Okay.
I don't mind it. 57 minutes in, though.
You know who I wouldn't mind
Nah. We're
Sturridge.
57 minutes in.
Sturridge.
Oh, just couldn't get it chipped over the top to Shaqiri and Mane. What?
Injury.
I think he... Oh, it looks like he took one.
Oh, looks like he took one to the man parts.
The inner thigh injury. Oh. The inner thigh injury.
Yeah, he took one to the groin.
Oh!
He got the toe tap.
The toe tap right to the sweet spot.
Oh man! Oh, Hendo.
Oh man!
Oh.
You know, it's funny. We both had the same little cringe. Like, ooh. He just needs a minute, guys. Just needs a minute.
Give him a little bit of water.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, and walk it off.
Yeah.
He'll be good. Giving it.
He's pointing to his knee now. The referee came over. Why is it funny to see a guy get hit in the newts? It is funny to see a guy get hit in the newts. But why is it funny to see a guy get hit in the newts?
Because you know how painful it is. And pain is funny.
Okay. And that's like the extreme?
Yeah. And there's no like gushing blood or bruise or any visible injury that you can see from it.
That's true. I mean, it is like the one part of the body that you're always going to have covered up. So it's not like it's not going to be some gruesome, disgusting injury, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be like some limb folded in half the wrong way.
Right. Yeah, like a leg.
It's not like there's going to be a bone popping out.
Yeah.
Well,
Joe Theismann.
Did he head that out?
He did.
Yeah. I mean, he's right on the edge of the box, so.
When in doubt, don't hit it with your hands.
Man, Liverpool are really good, both forward midfield and defense at dispossessing ball.
Yeah.
You know? I wouldn't say they're necessarily good at holding their ground, but they're certainly good at dispossessing the ball.
Like that.
Like that, yeah. Why do Fabinho? So
Fabinho on for Wijnaldum.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I guess he's going to more defensive minded. He might be going to the 4-2-3-1 then.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Because he's got the lineup to do that. Yeah,
the perfect lineup for it.
Yeah.
And you're up 2-0 against the middling team.
Yeah. So I don't mind it. If you're going to experiment with that 4-2-3-1, let's do it now. And that's right. If you're going to experiment with it, don't experiment with it for like 8 minutes in the end of the game. Do it at the 60th. And let's get some time on it.
Yeah, and you don't want to do it against a team like Arsenal or Man City who can score on you at any point in time.
But yeah, so I can't stand how everyone that calls these games seems to think Fabinho's name is Fabinho.
Mane looked actually offside in that.
No, actually he wouldn't have been.
He looked like he was.
Oh, that's a card. That's a card for that extra hook on Shaqiri. That was deliberate. Oh, Hendo had a free runner though. Did you see that? He had a clear run to goal. Oh, Hendo. So are we going to see the substitution now?
I think so.
Sounds like it. Fabinho. It's Fabinho. Fabinho.
It's either Fabinho or Fabinho, however you want to pronounce it, because there's no N-A, it's N-H.
His wife is Fabinho.
Ha ha ha. Okay, Mr. Pun. Mr. hating all the puns.
I didn't say there was no such thing as a good pun. I said there is such a thing as a bad pun. And you said there's no such thing as a bad pun.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
Because it came from you.
Fabinho. And this is my wife, Fabinho. What is his first name? Or is that one of those stupid Brazilian...
I mean, he probably has like 30 names, and he just goes by Fabinho. Kind of like Pele. How many names does Pele have? 6?
Edson something, do Nascimento something. Way offside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, perfect pass because the dude was 10 yards offsides. It's pretty easy to make a perfect pass on somebody who's 10 yards off.
Oh,
well,
not
okay,
10 yards.
like
Okay, he was barely
2
off.
yards offsides.
You go one step too early.
I want to run upstairs and grab a banana real quick. You want the other last banana here?
I'm good.
No? All right, well, let's see how this turn of events goes here.
I got
Wait for a
missed call
stoppage
and
of play.
voicemail. Hopefully it's from a potential job offer.
The potential?
Not the. I have
All right.
others.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, you know, there are job offers and then there's the job offer.
Yeah, hopefully this is the job offer. They told me they would call back on Thursday, but, you know, sometimes you promise late and deliver early.
Firmino. Left foot rip. Oh, Mo. Who
Cross.
overhits the hell out of it. And certainly...
And sends it to Robbo.
Yeah. Thank God Robbo was there to save the wing shot.
Oh!
Bike! Offsides.
He's not.
Not.
That was just bad by Firmino.
I wanted that bike to go in, man.
Me too. I think the coolest bike I saw was in the preseason with Shaqiri.
It wasn't against the champions. It wasn't the Champions League. No.
No, it was
You
not
don't want to
cool.
talk about that one?
That doesn't. No.
You don't want to talk about that one?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying the Shaqiri one. That was, 4 feet off the ground on a total bike.
4 feet up the ground. Fuck you.
It's just like making the short jokes because he's a great player. He's just short.
And then they celebrated with second lunch.
Yeah. No, second breakfast. And then, and then
Second
brunch
breakfast.
and then lunch.
Yeah. There's a dude wearing a Liverpool and a Newcastle scarf.
Weird.
Huh. Wonder why he's so torn.
Maybe he's all out of faith.
Well, maybe he has. Maybe he's just like a relative of Rafa Benitez, and
And then that's just how he feels.
Oh, that sucks. Look at Robbo running down the field.
Running down the wing.
Left foot to Robbo. Oh,
Ah. Deflected off a defender. That's a
corner. All right. Well, while they're setting up this corner, I'm going to run upstairs real quick and grab a banana.
I like that Virgil came up so much. He's inside the opponent's box here. Yeah, settle for the corner. Take the corner. See if we can get out of it. Well, not last time, but earlier in this match, they got that Lovren goal off the corner. Decent cross in. Firmino in the box. Oh, smothered by the keeper. Yeah, incidental contact, but you got to let him get up. Great job by Firmino. Good save by the keeper. Nothing came to that corner. It was a shot on goal by Firmino that was saved nicely by the keeper. White throw. Come on. Oh, nice toe tap along the sideline there.
Decided to throw another log on the fire.
Okay.
I was up there.
Yeah, it's a little chilly down here. Look at the total passes.
Hey, Sturridge, like you were saying before.
Yeah,
you wanted Sturridge to come in. Fabinho?
Firmino.
So
now you put Salah and Mane on the wings here, and
yep, Shaqiri in the middle, Sturridge on top. 4-2-3-1. Fabinho,
make like a diamond out of it.
Yep, Fabinho and Hendo and them two.
Yeah,
and then straight four.
And Sturridge has actually played fairly well this year. Hopefully he can stay off the. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say here. Made of
water. Okay, that was a bit of a smart ass move.
A little bit. Emphasis on the ass. Or arse.
Do they say smart arse?
I don't know.
That would be a funny
that would
thing.
Be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I are gonna have to eventually make our Mecca to Anfield at some point.
Yeah.
And if that's gonna be the case, we should probably pack food. I'm sorry, you Brits don't know how to eat.
Probably have some crap job. Chips are up.
Wouldn't be dating such a fit bird, would I? Nem's Becca. Yeah, you folks out in the UK don't get commercials, so.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that.
Yeah.
Shaqiri's playing really far back.
It looks like they've put Shaq high.
Oh, he was trying to set up Salah there.
Rip one. Oh, he's going for Mane on the cross.
Mane was open for it, but he
I just didn't quite get him there. Oh, they gave him the foul. All right. What'd I do?
You knew exactly what you did, dude. You
checked him.
Yeah.
You body checked him.
Yeah. This isn't hockey. You're not allowed to do that.
Eh?
Why are there three guys around the ball? Decide who's going to take the kick and set up everyone else on the wall.
It looks like it's either Shaq or Trent.
Which I'm fine with. Because I don't want Trent that far up, and Shaq is not worth anything on the
They're
wall.
playing a really high wall. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Trent and Robbo cannot cross.
No, they're singing ole, ole, ole.
Staying on his feet this time.
Yeah.
That's a corner. That's a corner for Liverpool.
I mean, when you get triple teamed inside the box, you do what you can.
All right, Newcastle's going to bring on its first sub. Oh, man.
For who? For who?
15 for 36.
Oh, look at that. Pastel and Cardiff are still drawn up at 0-0.
City and Leicester.
Still drawn up.
Still drawn up. So that would be really cool if they could.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Make,
Well, we don't even need City to lose, man. Just drop the 2
just draw.
points.
Yeah.
Drop the 2 points.
Just don't win. Longstaff.
Long stuff. Yeah. Okay, Trent's setting up on this corner. I don't know
Overhead.
about this, man. Actually, not a
Hand.
bad corner.
That looked like a hand
Okay, and they're going to get Virgil probably on that push
on
off.
the push.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, because it hit his hand on the ricochet. Yeah. It hit his right hand on the cross. So that's what they're giving it for. Man, it got quiet at Anfield.
Yeah, I did. Jeez.
I think everybody's like all hung over from yesterday and see that Liverpool are really kind of owning this game.
Pretty much.
Like-
I think they are playing a 4-2-3-1, but I think Salah's high.
Yeah, I think they've got Salah high, Sturridge in the middle. Looks like Shaq on the right, Mane on the left. Obviously, Fabinho and Hendo in the middle.
Decent cross in for Newcastle, but he just didn't get it on target.
Yeah, I just didn't get enough. Just didn't get enough of a foot on it. See, that's a scary cross. That's the
Yeah.
kind of cross you want to see from Robbo and Trent, and we're just not seeing it. Have you noticed that Fabinho always wears gloves?
I know he always wears long sleeves. Maybe he's just Brazilian and doesn't like the cold weather in England.
Year round.
Yeah.
Great winner on that cross. And then he mistouches it.
Yeah. And then he points at the Newcastle player.
No, he put up his hand to his teammate to say sorry for losing the ball on that overly fancy footwork
Yeah, he tried too hard.
and got so far.
But in the end, it didn't really matter.
Oh, there's a foul.
That's a
That's
borderline
probably
yellow.
cardable. That's probably...
Borderline.
Yeah.
Depends on how many whistle the guy has gotten before. See, this is where I like having a Sturridge on because he's got the heights and he's
No, he's like 6'0". I mean, it's better, I guess, than Firmino, who's 5'9".
something like that. But he's also really good at the long cross on these set pieces.
Yeah, he is. He's good at winning them. He's good at finishing them. He's good at burying those crosses,
Yeah.
setting himself up. Although it looks like he's setting himself up to clean up mess because he's kind of high. Wow, Shaqiri over hits the hell out of it. All right, 76 minutes in. We've seen one substitution each. two substitutions for Liverpool.
Yeah, and one for Newcastle.
And one for Newcastle. I do like this 4-2-3-1 though, because it seems like they're winning the ball back high.
Yeah.
And I mean, they give up some pretty dangerous crosses.
I don't want Lovren or Van Dijk to ever have to touch the ball.
Right. Yeah. And especially Lovren.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Gomez comes
Well,
back.
I mean, he's the best center back in the world, right? Self-acclaimed.
Yeah. Yeah. Handball.
No?
Handball.
No, that was a push.
All right. But yeah, so I like this 4-2-3-1 because they're gonna win these balls back high. The problem is that with the 4-2-3-1, Hendo and Fabinho have to guard the midfield, the center of the field, instead of the wings. So
Which leaves them exposed on the wings.
Yeah, so the wings get exposed, which means you have good crosses coming in. What that means, though, is that as long as you're good at guarding those crosses, you're fine. But you're going to get good crosses because you're going to be giving them up.
Yeah, I mean, you got Virgil and Lovren in the middle.
Right, because from that spot, you can't then commit to that corner if you're Hendo or Fabinho, right? Because then it leaves the middle of the pitch and those setup pieces wide open, and that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
It also leaves no transition because you're putting yourself in a wing spot where Robbo and Trent like to play anyways. So how are you going to get it from the midfield to that forward line?
It also gives the opportunity for Trent and Robertson to move up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the attacking presence.
Yes. When you have possession like this, it gives them the opportunity to move up because you've got the two there in the middle to help with the counter.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle's not pressing this ball, though, at all.
No.
So
They historically don't.
is that a Benitez thing?
I don't know.
Benitez, from my memory, was fairly conventional.
He was. He played this straight up 4-4-2 with
Straight up 4-4-2. I mean, you could argue maybe that he played the diamond 4.
Oh, that was
front.
a nice double dummy.
Couldn't get it on goal.
So close.
That was a dive. Great ball from Hendo. Cross. Gotta be a goal. Shaqiri. God damn, dude. What a
Signing of the year.
dude. Every time he's played, he's scored.
Or got an assist.
Don't say that.
My God. Every one of these announcers wants to claim that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so early.
I'm loving Xherdan Shaqiri.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I love the double dummy.
Yeah.
Sets up the cross. Mane can't quite finish it. This is a dive right here. See, look, he's making an appeal to the referee on what was deliberately a dive.
Yeah.
Henderson, great immediate one touch to Trent. Trent, good cross up. Easy cross, but
Easy
easy
good.
cross. Because even if he misses, he hits Mane square.
Mane was offside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, they're both behind ball.
Nope. Not on the cross.
All right, well, in
Mane
either
would have been
case,
offside.
man,
And all he has to do is put it on net.
I am
6th goal of the season, and he's been basically a substitute the entire season. And he didn't even play for the first 6 weeks.
Oh, at least they didn't try, and the fans were screaming for him.
I know, and you can see why.
Yeah, he does nothing but score goals, and it's like, okay, well, that's what we want you here for.
Again, or set up goals, which he's also really good at.
I mean, the score says a drubbing, but I think the score is not reflective of how the game's really gone because Liverpool have honestly dominated the game, but
Did you see that Tottenham score?
no.
5-0.
Jeez.
They've scored 11 goals in their last 2 matches.
Yeah. Song got. We said it's 5-0?
5-0 right now.
Yeah, so Eriksson 1, Son 2, and somehow Kane 4.
I think you pronounced it wrong. I think it's claim. Harry Claim.
So today it's Shaqiri, Salah, and Mane?
No, Lovren.
Lovren, yeah. Aw.
I'm okay with that. Klein needs more time on the pitch.
I am so opposed to taking the most energetic player in the sport off the field in a back line that desperately needs him. Yeah, the local hero.
Yeah.
They love him in Anfield. That's in.
That's still in.
Ah, okay.
Well, from the camera angle.
It looked in, and also there
5,000
was no
miles
whistle,
away.
therefore keep playing it, folks.
Yeah.
I am so in favor of the quick throw.
Me
Pick
too.
up and throw.
Pick up and throw. As long as it's a legal throw.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you'll see illegal throws on the quick throw.
Not oftentimes. If
Well-
there is an illegal throw, that's probably where it's going to happen. But
Oftentimes when you see an illegal throw, it'll be on a quick throw. There. That's the correlation.
blows right by him.
Still scoreless at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, because Palace and Fulham don't know how to score
Not
goals.
Fulham.
Isn't it?
No.
Is it Cardiff then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cardiff and Palace don't know how to score goals.
Fulham knows how to score
What's
goals.
the point of this
They
game?
just don't know how to not let
Put
up
the
goals.
ball in the back of the net? Oh, yeah. We don't know how to do that. That's not how we build our team.
Oh, dude, you see that? Leicester City 2-1.
Really?
Yeah. That's wonderful. 'Cause
All
even-
right.
even
We
if
might
Man City
have to
gets
ignore
another
this
goal-
game for a quick second here while we look up at the out of town scores.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If City dropped 2 before the break.
How huge would that be?
Oh my God! Leicester City is up in the 83rd minute, 2-1 on City.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And you're right.
5-0 Tottenham.
5-0 in Tottenham.
Wow. If City loses this, they drop to third place behind Tottenham.
Clean tackle.
Clean tackle.
Corner.
Yeah. Henderson's actually playing pretty good today.
Clean tackle.
Yeah.
100% clean tackle.
I don't think Salah's even complaining about it.
No.
Do you want to see a shot on goal from here from Salah?
Never. It's the English Premier League. No one scores from corner. No one scores from corner. Did he just score from corner?
No, it was Fabinho.
Fabinho. All right.
With the assist from Salah.
Which might have gone in the goal if he didn't touch it. That would have been hilarious if I had just yelled at you for even asking that and he scored from corner.
Wonderful. 4-0. This is what I wanted to
That
see.
was a great corner. I mean, you could not possibly ask for a better corner. Right, like you might have guessed he was going for goal
Yeah.
because that ball was
And
on
the
the line
and
when
this was the
Fabinho
reversal
touches
last-
it. Look at this. I mean, that might have gone in
Oh.
the back corner even if he didn't touch it. Great header though.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
Immediately puts it into the short corner. Done.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you when you're going up for headers like this on corners, head it down. You don't want
Yeah.
to go into the upper corners. You want to go into lower corners. It's harder to stop that as a keeper.
Yeah, because there's more movement from the ball.
Yeah. What you have is gravity on your side.
Yep. That it's easier to put it on net when you put it down.
True.
Because the more important thing is to put it on net.
Yeah,
than to try
because
to be fancy with it.
because if you can put it on net at all from that header, it's almost certainly a goal.
Yep. Hendo's playing up.
Yeah,
I'm
Hendo's playing up.
surprised.
I love that they're up 4-0 in the 86th minute,
And they're going for five.
This is how this team is built. This team is not designed to play fucking corner ball.
Yeah, it's not a Jose Mourinho Chelsea team
Yeah.
who goes up 1-0 on a stupid, terrible penalty and then plays 10 men back.
Yeah. Even Robbie Earle had the gall to say with United under Jose Mourinho this year, was it 2 weeks ago? He said, "Park the bus and pray."
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What is Boxing Day? Isn't that like where you take your leftover presents or something like that and box them and like Toys for Tot Day or something?
I don't know. We're not. The Americans have never done anything for Boxing Day. It's not even on the calendar.
Yeah, it is. It says Boxing Day, UK, Canada, Australia.
Everywhere else.
Yeah. Every other English-speaking country, except us, because America. Because we won our independence and
said, screw you.
And said, yeah.
I'm going home.
Yeah. If it was British in 1700. Wow, is he on sides?
Oh, just missed it. The flag stayed down.
Wow.
The flag stayed
down, and that would have been a brilliant goal for Mane.
That would have been one of the goals of the season.
Oh, yeah.
He's onside.
Great ball into Mane from, was that Virgil?
Lovren.
Dejan Lovren, all right. Oh, man. Absolutely crushes this ball on the half volley.
Yeah, and just missed it. He's like
just
a
went over
foot
net.
off.
Yep. And the fans are playing fucking volleyball with the ball. This is what I was talking about. Like, I know you're the cop, but for God's sakes, like, we're up 4-0.
Put the ball in play.
Put the ball in play.
It's not like we're up 1-0 in the last game of the season against
City.
The second place team in the league. Like, you don't. That's the time you do it. Or up 3-2.
Yeah, more likely.
I don't know. This season's Liverpool back line has been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that has been
the difference.
The difference between this team and every other team for years before it. That defense is the best defense we've had in a decade.
Yeah.
Since Sturcow and Semi Hepia.
Yeah, deflected off Salah.
89th minute here. Or sorry, 90th minute here. Should be hearing how much time we have. Actually, shouldn't be too much, right? There was the one Newt shot to poor Hendo.
I'd say 4 minutes.
4 bloody minutes? Come on.
Either 3 or 4. 4 max.
I'm going to go. Who's the referee today? Do we know?
No. In fact, that's the way you want it to be. I don't want to know who the referee is. If I know who you are, that's a bad sign.
Yeah. The only reason I would know who you are is because you crashed the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, Newcastle didn't play any of their real starting forwards.
Is that true? There's Klein.
Well, their main attacker is Salman Rondon, who's been on the bench the whole game.
3 minutes, okay. Clattenburg would have gone 2.
Oliver would have gone 5.
Yeah. Oh, Sturridge almost gets his head on a ball into net from a Trent Arnold cross.
On crosses.
He is, though.
Yeah.
Trent finally gets an okay cross.
Dude, do you see the Man City got a red?
Man City got a red?
Yeah. Let's wait for the rotation here.
Yeah. Fuck this corner.
It's going to be a short corner, which I hate.
It was a short kick. Yep.
See?
City are on a red. 90+1. Leicester up 2-1. Goal. Oh, what a stop by Alisson. Unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
How did that?
Alisson had to come out of his box and off his line to play a free runner. To clear away a free runner. And unfortunately, he couldn't get a good foot on it.
He got the ball, but he didn't
he just couldn't get a good foot on it, and it happened to fall to another Newcastle player. And
then
the
was
defense
that
collapsed around him, and then
Yeah.
he gets by the defense and rips an open shot on net. And
Just
barely
happens.
inside his box, Alisson turns around and reacts from like 6 yards away and puts up a stop
Beautiful.
and kills the forward attack.
It would not have made a difference in the outcome of the game, but that's another.
That's another place where, like, every keeper we've had for a long while going back gets scored on there.
Yeah.
Every keeper.
Yeah. Karius fucks that up. So does Mignolet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even convinced the Jersey Dudek would have had that one.
No. No, he wasn't exactly a great keeper.
No, he had the best
He was
game of his
good enough.
life in the most important game of his life.
And still let up 3.
And still let up 3 goals, yeah. Shot. Come on, Klein. Everything's been going in for us.
Deflection.
Deflection, yeah. 9 minutes, 28 seconds, 29, and +3.
I mean, Klein is a pure right-footed player.
Dude, in the background?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Playing with her phone.
I mean, wouldn't you if you were
A chick, probably.
just default to playing on your phone?
Yeah, that's what they do. This game should be pretty much over.
Yeah, whistle should be.
He's
coming
looking
any
down
minute.
at his watch.
Yeah, you let this play out.
He's got it going to his mouth. Ball game. Ball game.
4-0. Let's.
Oh,
Is there
give us a
time
live
left in the
look
city?
in. Give us a live look in on City. We have a live look in on City. +4 is what they're giving him.
I mean, there might have bet that the red card might have given him extra time.
That's true. All right, so Leicester is up on City 2-1
With an extra man.
with an extra man and just eclipsed 93 minutes with 4 minutes of stoppage. It doesn't look like City are pressing forward here right yet.
I mean, they are.
Yes, the stadium is
they're waiting for the long
roaring.
ball. Yeah.
The stadium is roaring. This is King Power, right?
Yeah. This is at the KP.
Sergio Aguero in with the throw.
Oh, man. I mean, I bet
Stones
Tottenham
has
fans.
possession of
I
the
bet
ball.
Tottenham
Back
fans are
to
loving
is
this
that
too.
Azpilicueta?
No, Azpilicueta plays for Chelsea.
Oh, why do I keep thinking that? Overhit.
Yeah, and Maguire pushed it out of bounds.
Yep. City ball on the throw. 93-46.
Mahrez with the
47.
throw.
Mahrez drops it off.
Sterling with the ball, passing it back. Leicester is really putting the press on.
Laporte
With
puts
the
up a cross down to Sterling. Sterling in the header. Wraps it around. Well defended here from Leicester.
Silva put the
Schmeichel on the ball.
Schmeichel covers it, smothers it.
Smothers it up. And that should do it. That should do it. Kasper Schmeichel kind of taking his time, being calm about this. I would just punt it away, right?
Punch it as far as you can. Get it to Ederson.
And that's it. Ball game.
Yes!
City lose.
Yes!
That means that Spurs just leapfrogged them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get a live look in on Spurs.
Oh, who are up 5-0. That'll
Yeah.
turn around. Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe City dropped 2 in a row to end the first half.
Yeah.
Although King Power is a tough place to play.
It is. Tough place to score.
Yeah. Five 0 up on Bournemouth. All right, we got a live looking on Spurs. Spurs Bournemouth down in London. Uh, 90, almost the 91st minute here. +3. Spurs is going to win this game, obviously, because
Well,
they're
yeah,
up 5-0.
It just depends on if they win 5-0 or 5-1.
And they're going to win 5-0 because this game is dead. And when the game is dead, the players usually just wait for the whistle. It's like, why hurt yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind that.
Yeah, when it's 5-0, yeah.
And Kane's on the bench, which means that he got substituted.
And he probably got a goal.
He plays the high man in a staggered 4-4-2.
Yeah.
It's really a 4-4-1-1. right? So if it's 5-0 Spurs, there's no way it's not. He doesn't have one. Also, he's their only PK taker.
Right.
And with 5 goals, what are the odds that none of them are PKs?
I'd say 30%.
Oh, wild guess on who the red is for City.
Oh yeah, because they never said who it was.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to see it. Oh, that was a good ball.
That was a good ball. Bournemouth's just wide.
Yeah,
I don't know who this guy is.
Stanislas. Junior Stanislas.
Is he Polish? Sounds Polish.
He doesn't look Polish. He's
What
not
is he,
pasty
too
white.
dark?
Yeah, he's not pasty white.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of Steph Curry in him.
Yeah.
Probably more like, no, he's darker than Steph Curry. That's probably more like a Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just about done with our live stream here.
That makes me really excited. This was a great Christmas gift.
This was a great Christmas gift. We won't say whether or not it was the best because we got some good Christmas gifts, and we've
I
got
got
a
a
really
good one. Did you see the one that Caitlin got me?
No.
The PlayStation 4.
Do I want to know what it was that she got you?
PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah. That's a legit gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man game, which I heard a lot of good things about actually.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard Battlefield, by the way, sucks balls.
The only one I heard good things about is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep. Even Matt Stone and Trey Parker like it.
Yeah. And they're huge critics of everything.
Yep. All right, it's official at Spurs. Spurs have officially leapfrogged City to take second place going into the break.
And again, scored 11 goals in their last 2 matches.
Against Bournemouth and
Everton.
And Everton, I guess. Everton gives up a ton of goals, though. Come on. Like, if they're going to win a match, it's going to be 4-3.
5-1.
Yeah, they did win, and they won 5-1.
Yeah, no clean sheet.
All right, well, that was a great Christmas present for us. I'll say it because apparently it's frowned upon here in the United States to say so, but a belated Merry Christmas to everyone.
And happy holidays.
It's Merry Christmas! Yeah.
Okay, Stan.
Yeah. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year, since we won't see you until 2019. Liverpool on top. It's been 2 Americans watching footy. Signing off.
Yeah, me too.